Before you dive in, do yourself a favor. Grab the assets I linked and head to Adobe Fonts. Log in, search for Montserrat, and download the black weight. That font is clean, bold, and reads so well on tiny phone screens. Okay, now let's fly through the basic setup so we can get to the good stuff: captions and short-form clips. First things first, import your long-form clip, make your rough cuts, and copy that timeline if you want to keep an original version. Reformat to vertical, 916, 1080 by 1920, because 90% of the attention is on phones. Paste your trimmed clip into the new timeline. If you're working in Premiere, apply auto-reframe to one clip from the effects panel and tweak the horizontal and vertical position if the subject isn't framed where you want. Once you're happy, right-click the effect and copy it. Highlight the rest of your clips and paste the effect. You'll duplicate the framing settings across the whole timeline. Little time saver, big payoff. Pro tip: if your dialogue sounds decent on set, search for the Multiband compressor in the effects panel. Apply it to a dialogue track, hit Edit in Effect Controls, and choose the broadcast preset from the dropdown. Close it, copy that effect, and paste it across your other dialogue clips. Your voice will immediately sound fuller and more consistent. Just don't accidentally double up the same compressor on one clip. You'll hear the difference right away, and it's not great. Now let's talk captions. If you've tried Premiere's built-in captions transcription flow recently, you know the frustration. The auto-transcribe is handy, but you can't fully style those captions the way you want. So instead of relying on the default captions, I make my subtitles with text layers. That gives you total control over look, motion, and timing. This is where preset packs like the Fins presets come in clutch. Once you download and extract the preset file, go to Effects, right-click, and import preset. Drop the Fins preset in and boom, you get a whole library of slick text animations for your captions and graphics. Quick walkthrough on styling a subtitle. Press T to grab the type tool, hover over your video, and type a word or two. Select that text layer, open Effects Controls, expand the text properties, and choose Montserrat Black. Turn on center align and all caps. I usually keep the fill white and add a black stroke. Make the stroke outer and set it around 15 points so it reads against bright backgrounds. Add a drop shadow. I like black, 92% opacity, 90 degrees, 4.8 distance, 12:4 size, and about 40 softness. Those numbers aren't sacred, but that combo gives a nice pop on phone screens. Move the text into place using the Move tool. Hold Control, CMD on Mac to drag it and lock it into the vertical center. You'll see the dotted guide snap it in place. Once you've nailed your look, save it as a preset so you don't have to tweak everything every time. In Effects Controls, right-click the text properties and choose Save Preset. Name it something memorable like Alex Caption, and set the anchor to at end or at endpoint, depending on how you plan to use it. Now it lives in your presets folder forever. If you want to test that workflow from scratch, press T, click where the video is. Don't type anything, then pull your saved preset from Effects Presets onto the empty graphic layer. The styling will instantly appear, no fiddling. That's how you keep consistency across client projects without hunting down fonts and settings every time. Type out your subtitles in small chunks. I prefer 2 to 3 words per card. It's more dynamic and easier to read on phones. Stretch each text layer to match the audio, then apply one of the Fins animation presets. Play with where the animation lands. Some sit higher or lower in the frame, and you don't want motion to interfere with faces. One subtle technical tip: if you want the text to rotate or scale in straight lines, use the transform properties of the text layer. If you use vector motion, Premiere will arc the movement by default, which can look odd for tight captions. Under transform, you can keep movements linear and precise. Don't be shy about highlighting individual words. Selecting just a word or letter and changing the fill color or font weight creates emphasis. A single color pop can guide the viewer's eyes and increase retention. Also, feel free to mix fonts. Keep readability top of mind, but a secondary display font for emphasis can be fun. All right, now let's talk about how Vizard fits into all of this, because I honestly use a hybrid approach. Premiere when I need precision, and Vizard when I want to scale and automate. If you've ever tried to manually comb through a 60-minute interview to find the 12 best snackable moments, you know it's soul-draining. Tools like Descript and Premiere give you tight control, but they require manual decision-making and sometimes have styling or scheduling limitations. Other quick editors, I'm looking at you, random phone apps, can crop and slap on captions, but they're either limited in customization, output quality, or they quietly charge you for batch exports. That's where Vizard shines. It auto-edits your long videos into viral-ready clips. It actually finds sections that are likely to perform well and turns them into ready-to-post content. So instead of hunting for moments, you get a stack of high-potential clips to choose from. Then if you want, you can drop the best ones into Premiere for micro-polish, better captions, custom animation, sound tweaks. Vizard also has auto-schedule. Set how often you want posts to go live, and the AI queues and schedules them for you. And the content calendar is super handy. It's a single place to review, tweak, and publish clips to multiple platforms. Compared to juggling folders, spreadsheets, and 3 different publishing tools, that centralized workflow saves a ton of time and mental energy. Don't get me wrong, Vizard isn't magic. Sometimes it'll pull a clip that needs context or a slightly different edit, and you should absolutely have a human eye on the final output. But if your goal is volume and consistency, which is the name of the game for creators building momentum, Vizard cuts down the repetitive parts without killing control. Also, a quick comparison note. Premiere gives you unmatched control for motion design and audio, but its workflow is slower for batch clip generation and cross-platform scheduling. Tools like CapCut and Vizard are great for fast edits, but they can be limited for scaling teams, especially when you want consistent styles across dozens of videos. Vizard sits nicely in the middle, automated selection and scheduling, but with export options that let you bring clips into Premiere for that extra polish. The best workflow I've landed on is 1. Run the long video through Vizard to auto-generate candidate clips. 2. Pick the winners. 3. Import those into Premiere. Apply the auto-reframe and text presets. Fine-tune audio with the compressor and export. If you want to speed this even more, set up client-specific presets in Premiere. Fonts, stroke, shadow, color. So every client has a folder of ready-made caption styles. When a new batch arrives, drop your preset and everything matches instantly. No guesswork, no searching for fonts. Final bits, experiment it with timing. Shorter captions that hit every beat feel punchier. Don't be afraid to animate individual words for emphasis, and keep your top and bottom safe areas clean so platform UI, like captions on Instagram or TikTok, doesn't cover important visuals. I'm cooking up a no experience required guide to making these clips end-to-end Vizard plus Premiere. That'll walk you step by step from raw file to scheduled posts. If you want us to make clips for you or help set up your workflow, drop a comment, DM me, or try Vizard and see how it handles your long-form content. We're also running a few giveaways and small coaching spots if you want a more hands-on live walkthrough. Thanks for sticking with this. I've been testing workflows between manual Premiere polish and Vizard automation for months now, and the hybrid approach has been the sweetest spot for speed and quality. Hit me with your questions in the comments, and if you try this, send me clips. I'd love to see what you make. That's it for now. I'm Alex, and I'll catch you in the next one.